Hold on, folks. I'm getting everything finalized and set up. I didn't really mean to hit the live stream button yet.
What am I going to?
I want you to turn the live stream on there. What'd you do? Refresh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lost all internet connection for some reason. Something happened.
Back up on my end.
Hold on. I've got a signal, but it's not showing anything on my screen. Having some technical difficulties, then we'll get it up and going, guys. Here's what I was looking for. Let me close this out because it's not working. Only one person's watching it, which would be us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, guys. Well, that's about as good as I can do. We're going to get this going, get it on the road. See who's all here. How many we got? We got one person, which is just basically me. Okay, so this is sad. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if anybody else shows up.
Yep.
What's wrong?
Tien beating up Goku.
Folks, that was what was so funny. Tien beating the crap out of Goku in the window. I mean, he's Gohan. I don't know. That's
Try
pretty
Goku.
good. That's pretty good, isn't it? Alright, for those of you that are going to watch this later or chime in whenever I get after it's over and I post it, guess I'll go ahead and say we've counted up the votes, and I think it's a little heavy weighted, and I think that voting has gotten a little out of control. My wife thinks it's gotten a lot out of control. But we have Final Fantasy VII at 256 votes, mainly by 2 people, and a couple others have voted a few times for Final Fantasy. And a bunch of other people helped Zelda get up to 81. So, that being said, your score right now is 256, Zelda 81. Hey, anybody else wants Zelda to get up there? You don't have to get up and vote. Like I said, we'll count every vote that comes in, enter it in the chat, and we'll put your vote up here. That's what we're here for. We're waiting. You have exactly 54 minutes, and I will be closing it and calling right now Final Fantasy VII the winner. But until then, I mean, we don't know. He voted 100 times in 30 minutes a while back, so all you gotta do is vote. We're here. We have the spam open, so nothing will go to spam. My wife's watching that. We will count every vote. Nobody will get left behind. Right, April?
Yep.
She's disappointed. She doesn't like Final Fantasy VII.
No, I don't like it. I was just... That's ridiculous.
Alright. Says now we have 2 watchers, so somebody else is watching it. Somebody's hearing me out there. Thanks for coming in. We now are at... The vote is way tipped. 256 to 81. Tell me your opinions. How can I make this better next year? A couple people have said that we should eliminate multiple voting. Should we eliminate it, or should we put a cap on voting? Can you only vote 10 times per round, maybe is what I'm thinking. But even then, after somebody votes 10 times, I mean, everybody can vote 10. Actually, I think I'd prefer an odd number. That way you can try to break a tie easier. Let's do 5. Tell me what you think. Should we only do 5? I think that's probably a better number.
7.
Lucky 7.
5, 7. Yeah, lucky number 7. Or 13.
I don't know. I'm enjoying this idea. I enjoyed doing it. It really helped me and her during our liquid diets that we've been on for the surgery. But it kept our minds occupied and kept our attention. But I am thinking about doing this again next year. I'm gonna try to get better boards, better everything else. This was all last minute thrown together, and I'm also wanting more input. What games do you think should be in it? So that's what we're here for. Oh, what else do I need? trying to think. I ain't picked up any new games or anything lately, have I? No new pickups, no nothing, because we're holding all money back for surgery and everything else. So, besides my Retro Rec Room and Video Games Monthly, I ain't done nothing, no pickups, no new games or anything. No. My wife got Yoshi's Crafted World. She doesn't stop playing hardly.
I didn't play today.
That's an amazement. All right.
Anybody else?
Nope, still only one other watcher. I'm going to set an alarm on my phone. So at 6:30, you ain't voted. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand a lot of people are getting discouraged because Final Fantasy VII is so high. But hey, like I said, if you vote like crazy right now, and we'll stop the polls at 6:30. But if I have to keep counting, I'll count for another hour. I mean, I got up and it took me almost 45 minutes to count all those. So, I said I was going to do an alarm, didn't I? We got 50 minutes left to vote, folks. 50 minutes. Anybody want us to do anything? See anything about the game room and the collection? I'm up for anything right now because I really don't want to stay here with nobody chatting or anything.
Any new rules for next year?
Couple of things that we've been talking about, and something I pretty much have decided that I plan on doing next year is the 4 games that made it to the Final Four will be allowed to, or how am I going to say this? The 4 games that made it to the Final Four will be allowed to join, will automatically be allowed in next year. So, Zelda will be, oh, she's got it taped down.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda will be in the South bracket. Mega Man 2 will be in East. Final Fantasy will be there, and Marvel vs. not Marvel. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out gets that one. I'm gonna place them in the number 1 seeds, and they will stay there for the they'll start there for the duration of the tournament next year. But other than that, that's where we're at. Like I said, anybody needs Zelda to win? Anybody wants Zelda to win? Get those votes coming in because you got a long trek ahead of you. You're down by almost 200 points. 256 to 81. Nope. Alrighty. No votes. No nothing. Saw somebody go out and come out. So another person come back in. So. Well, that's a neat thing I just clicked on.
What?
I can actually go to YouTube and edit the live stream while it's going. I did not know that. Yeah, I guess if nothing's going to go on or nobody's going to say nothing, I guess we'll talk and I'm going to edit and work on this. Like I said, I'm here. This is all about the live count. Wanting to get you guys going with this and also making it better for next year. I want everything as best I can. I want it to be there. And the chat box is still up here, so I can still see that. Gaming. No messages. Yep. Lost the feed on the other computer.
We're not doing anything.
Alright. So, just got another viewer. Just to let you know, score's way lopsided. 256 to 81. If Zelda's gonna win, Zelda's gonna need your help. So, get to voting. Get it up there. You got 45 minutes to make it happen. Otherwise, we're gonna have to declare Final Fantasy VII the winner. Or if you think it's already over, tell me what you think. Next year, I'm thinking about limiting the votes to 5 votes per round. You can only vote for a game 5 times. That way, it's an odd number. We don't end up with ties. Nothing else happens. I'm just trying to make it as fair as I can. I kind of didn't realize that this was going to get as lopsided as it did. You want to leave a comment, do what you need. I got to step away for a second. I'll be right back. Told you it'd just be a second, so adding something to my laptop. It's the great thing about having a game room in a small little tiny room, because I ain't got much room to do much. Alright. Needed my phone hooked up for a second. Must be on the memory card. Anybody got any ideas of what we can do next year to make this better? Speak now, forever hold your peace, because oh, I can't see that. Now we got a 2 watching. Oh, we got a few more people coming back in. Hey guys, those of you that have come in, yeah, it's a lopsided vote. Zelda's going to need a lot of help to win. It's 256 to 81. Need those votes come in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to... Final Fantasy VII's going to win. I don't know what to do. Unless that's your game and that's what you're wanting to win. We're also here thinking next year we're going to limit the amount of votes to 5 votes per round. So, I mean, tell me what you think. Nobody? Nobody has an opinion on what they want to do to help this along next year. Video capture. No wonder I couldn't find it. Alright, well, let's repeat what's going on. You now have 40 minutes, 39 minutes right now, left to vote. Final Fantasy VII is way up, 256 to 81. Figured this would be more entertaining. I figured more people would chime in. That's what we were trying to get your guys' opinion. Really want help to tweak this out, make it better next year. The only rules that I've came up with so far, I'm going to start writing down. And if I'm not going to be able to do more votes, we're just going to start. Alright. Let's see. Starting next year, we have 5 votes per game per round. As you can tell, I suck at handwriting. Also, I'm going to allow the 4 games that made it to the Final Four. They're going to continue on next year. They will automatically be number 1 seeded. So, Final Four. Games will automatically what?
Be in the big top
Get
seat.
number 1 seats. So far that's all we have. I mean, I'm looking for anything better. What that'll do is that'll limit me to putting what I need. I did 16 this year to make a full bracket, so it'll be 15 games from the 4 big companies. We'll have 15 games from Sega next year, 15 games from Xbox, 15 more games from Sony, and 15 more Nintendo games. Yep, that's something else. Tell me what games you guys want me to add in next year, or at least give a chance. Maybe it was something that I didn't do on draft day. That's what that's also what I'm looking for. I just need the help. I need the, I used what I know that I have, and I also used a few people to help me out. They threw some games in. But it ended up getting down to Final Fantasy VII and Zelda. Like I said, really, really lopsided score, so nothing I can do about that now. And still no votes, still no comments. I actually did, while I was on the computer, I actually did fix the thumbnail, though, for the first time. I've never been able to do that while the live stream was up, so.
No one.
Alright, yeah. I noticed now I gotta import the stuff to that. I can't do it all on my phone. Oh. But yeah, like I said, I think to make this fair, to try to not get it so lopsided, 5 votes per game per round. I did it this way, trying to get people to interact. I was hoping that when we got to this point, people would be excited, people would be throwing those votes in, but nobody's doing that, so final 4 games will be automatically get #1 seeds next year. I like that. That'll be, we'll write these up here. Oh! Zelda was the West bracket. And Final Fantasy was the South. So, automatically next year when I start the tournament, those 2 games will get back in their spots. Well, they won't go where they started, but actually Final Fantasy, well, it was #1. What was Zelda? Zelda was #4. The other 2 were, that's interesting, I never really looked at that. Mega Man 2 was ranked 12 out of its drawing, and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was #10. That's a good question, Mortal Kombat. I thought about adding a game series. That is another option. The reason I didn't choose Mortal Kombat was it was released. How do I say it? It was released as a multi-system game when it was first released. Like, I chose Resident Evil because when it was originally released, it was just a PS1. And then I kind of chose Resident Evil 4 and Nintendo bracket for that because it was originally just a Nintendo GameCube game. But I mean, I could maybe squeeze some series in next year. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, maybe throwing in Madden for those of you that like the sports out there. It's all different types of things. I had a hard time picking out Xbox originals and Sega originals. PlayStation and Nintendo were easy. So, yeah, I mean, maybe instead of, maybe I might combine Xbox and Sega and maybe do third parties, or I don't know, what do you think? Should I take out, honestly, in my opinion, I'd take out Sega because I'm not a big Sega fan. I like Xbox over Sega, but that's everybody's opinion. I could take out one of them and add third-party games in. What do you guys think of that? Anybody want to chime in on that? Should we add third-party games in instead of the big companies? That's another question that's going up on the board. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. That's exactly what I needed. I needed that push. That was just something I wasn't sure about when I did this. I honestly, when we got the Video Games Monthly March Madness on a Saturday evening, I was opening the March Madness box. And I thought, wait a minute. March Madness is right around the corner. A lot of people love it. Love people interact. They do the brackets. And I know a bunch of radio stations have done music or rock and roll artists in the past. So, what I did was I was like, hey, let's do video games. I could use my YouTube channel and do video games and maybe get people involved, see what goes on. Silent Hill actually was in one of the bowls. I had the original Silent Hill in there, but I didn't pick it out, and that was a totally random thing. I wanted Silent Hill to be in the tournament. Like I said, I put 16 games from each one, and Silent Hill was originally a PlayStation, so that's where I put the franchise. And it was in there, but if you go back and watch the draft day video, I pulled it out later and said Silent Hill, and it was a little disappointing to me because I like Silent Hill games. So I'm hoping that Silent Hill, I'll put Silent Hill 2, 3, we'll pick one from. That's what I need to do next year. Maybe pick a game from each franchise instead of adding so many, because like I said, I put this together in a day and a half, but I'm trying to add more to it. You know, all you other guys out there, somebody please tell me what you think. Refresh your computer, April. Yeah.
Still no votes.
Still no votes.
Wait. Let me check spam. You didn't check this.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
what's it say?
27 minutes ago.
That's during the live stream.
Well, I'll approve them.
How many more we got?
I don't know. I'm approving them to go into the actual.
There are more votes. My wife just saw them. They were in the spam.
6.
All right. So who was it? Dot Boss or Beast? You got 6 more votes. We're just gonna write down a number 6 there. And I wrote it in the wrong color, but oh well. So 6 more votes.
No, you did it in the right color. It's supposed to be the green.
Oh yeah, I did it in the right color. The red and black, everything's messing with me. Okay. So there's 6 more votes, folks. I honestly think, it's over, and I would love to call it, but I promised you guys that I would do this. I would do the live stream for an hour, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit here, and we'll keep talking to you, try to keep it idea. And, I'm grateful that Joe brought this up. That was something that was bothering me. I mean, I would like to add some third-party games in. Maybe instead of doing Pacific Games next year, I could do franchises. I mean, because everybody's pretty much, because this is supposed to be Zelda Link to the Past, everybody's pretty much just saying Zelda. So, I could do just Final Fantasy next year. That's one of the things. Oh, I did that. I hit her mouse. But you guys think that's a great idea? Somebody else comment. Give me some more pointers. That's what I'm here for. I'm wanting to tweak this. I know I did this in a rush last year. I think next year, the beginning of March. We'll have to look up when March Madness starts next year. We'll just do it ourselves. But yeah, let's do that. Next year we'll up it. And there's a huge delay on this thing. From what I see to what everybody else sees. Like another series that I realized I didn't put in here, a famous Nintendo series, a lot of people love is Kirby. There's all kinds of things that I could throw in, and I just didn't know what to do with everything. So, like I said, I need your votes. I need your opinions. You now are down to 35 minutes, and I'll be declaring Final Fantasy the winner. Oh, had to get a drink, folks. Sorry. So, nobody else has anything to say? Any comments? There's nothing else in the spam. I just checked it. Now that I know how to check it and I know where it's at. I about flipped out yesterday when I found out that there was a spam for the comments. I've had comments go in there from last year when I first started the YouTube channel. And I'm actually a person that likes to comment and answer back as many people as I can, and that really hurt my feelings. I like to see people down. Beast, the score is 262 to 81. So
You don't need to vote anymore.
Yeah, Final Fantasy fans, you guys pretty much have a lock-in. Unless somebody miraculously comes in and just wipes the floor with you. So, you've got a great lead. Let's see if Zelda can catch you. Let's try to make it interesting. Because right now, the way it is quite a dull house. This is almost as bad as the Super Bowl was this year. Guess I'll talk a little bit about each game, see what you guys think. Zelda Link to the Past. That's the game that's up. What's your... Oh, that's my computer. Zelda Link to the Past. That's the TV. Back the TV up. I just shut it off. We might be bogging the internet down. We got two laptops hooked up to... I'm streaming off her laptop to pull up the footage. Got the camera going. We had the YouTube thing going. I've also got it going on my phones. I mean, we got a lot of stuff on here. So, yeah, Zelda Link to the Past is... It's a decent game. I've not spent much time with it. Actually, basically never. It was just one Zelda title and I never got around to. I was surprised that it made it up there. I thought Breath of the Wild would have done better than it. But, it's a great game. I could talk all day about Final Fantasy VII. I've actually not voted this round. I've let Beast and Hollywood just go at it. Let them vote. I figure there's no sense in me voting. I can't vote for Zelda for Link to the Past because I've only played it for probably 15 minutes my whole life. I've played the first Zelda, I've played all these other Zeldas, but this is just the one Zelda that I've never got into besides Zelda 2 or most of the ones on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. So those of you still watching, hey, tell me what your favorite series of games are. What do you prefer playing all the time? When I'm here at the house with my wife, we like to play Left 4 Dead 2 a lot together. It's just something that we want to pass a little bit of time for an hour. We'll throw that in, go through a level. It's just fun for us to just randomly go through and kill zombies. But other than that, I love playing Mario Kart with friends. That's one thing I do that a lot. And another thing, you know, I love playing my Resident Evil series. I love playing Mario series. My favorite Zeldas are probably the ones on the N64. So I've never been much into the fighting games. I've dabbled in Mortal Kombat, dabbled in Street Fighter a little bit. I bought all the Marvel vs. Capcoms last year and didn't like any of them. I ended up selling each one of them. So, that being said, I mean, I can look up here. Metal Gear Solid, I've played the first 3 of them. Sonic games are alright. I really love racing games. Burnout is one of my favorite series. I'm only missing 2, and I'll have every Burnout ever released. I need the Burnout Paradise, the original one on the 360, and the original on the PS3. I have both the remasters on the Xbox One and the PS4. Picked them up this Black Friday at Best Buy for $5 each. But yeah, if I want to complete that set, I know I need to get those other 2, but it's nothing big. If I find them at a yard sale, I will. Joe says, A Link to the Past is his favorite game. Wow. I'm really going to have to give this game a try sometime. I'd almost prefer it to be upgraded. And then followed by Ocarina of Time. See, Ocarina of Time was my first Zelda I played. I never had... Then somebody asked, what am I currently playing? I'm actually not currently playing anything, am I? I mean... What am I currently... I still actually haven't finished... Oh, that was Joe. Well, I'm going to read his first one. Super Metroid is the top 10 for me as well. I originally loved the original 3 Resident Evil games. And I do too. What am I currently playing? As much as I possibly can, but I've been going to the hospital a lot, working a lot. I'm still not finished with all the walkthroughs of the new Resident Evil 2. I really want to focus on that. And then I think when I'm off on my surgery, I want to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I bought it. I bought the deluxe version. It's still sitting on the shelf sealed, and I really love the first Kingdom Hearts and the second Kingdom Hearts. So I need to get into the third one. But my wife keeps getting me to play Yoshi's Crafted World every once in a while.
You ain't playing it.
Oh yeah, you came in there as having problems with the level. I said, ooh, okay. But yeah, that's one of the problems. I don't really... I move from game to game to game to game to game, and I don't stick with a game too long, and then I end up coming back to it. And sometimes I forget about the games. I'm like, oh, I need to go back and play that. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming up, Part 3 coming up this year. And something I'm really looking forward to, and I'm going to be doing, I'll be ecstatic, and I know I'll be doing a review day 1, is Crash Team Racing. I loved Crash Team Racing back in the day on the PS1. I thought that game was fantastic. So, yeah, when that comes out, I will be doing a review of that. Other than that, I mean, there ain't much going on. Like I said, I've really been focusing a lot on this, work, and like right now I've got the 6 games from Retro Rec Room that I've got to get footage and play them and either decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. So, I don't know. I've always got so much on my plate, so it's hard. I didn't understand it when all these YouTubers I was watching were like, oh, making a video is easy, but the editing and doing this and scheduling, I didn't think it was that hard until I actually started doing it, and it's really time consuming. I mean, you'll do in a video, and then you'll see something wrong, you go back and you'll try to shoot that or recreate that scene to help it. This has been a lot more challenging and grueling than I thought. I mean, me and my wife are still learning the stream thing. I mean, this is what, our third stream, and I just now learned that how to change the title and thumbnail as I start the stream. Before, I had no clue. I just clicked live stream. I was like, oh, well, where'd it go? I didn't know where it went. I don't have anybody teaching me. You know, I've never done none of this before. It was just something that popped up. And like I told everybody, I'm getting the equipment to do it. But I'm going to do it on the fly. I'm going to learn and teach myself. I'm going to watch YouTube videos and try to figure it out. And I hope you guys stay with me and enjoy the process. Let's check our time, and we are down to the last 15 minutes. Check the spam. Make sure there's no more votes. That's you.
Sorry, I'm talking to you.
My wife's going to refresh it. We're going to see if there's anything else. 15 minutes. 262 to 81. No more spam, no more votes.
Nope.
All right, folks. I really want to call this. All right. So yeah, that's what it is. If I had to pick a favorite game of all time, can you go grab me my tablet?
Is it in the bedroom?
It's in there on the end table. I'm going to show you a screenshot of my favorite game of all time. And you're gonna think it's weird, because my favorite game of all time is something I spent a lot of time with. And it's actually not in this room. I'm not able to play it on the TV at this point. It's only on one console, and I don't have that console. It was originally a PC game that I played.
Whatever. 13th guest or whatever.
And the exciting thing for me is that there's soon to be a part 3 to this game release that I'm excited for, and I actually joined in the Kickstarter, and I'm waiting for it to be finished to get. And of course my tablet was off. Great. Oh. Come on. Why are we not connecting to the Wi-Fi? Alright. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing like a top 10 of all time video, top 10. This right here is my favorite game of all time. And it's just something that I grew up with. I played a lot. There was a period in my life where I did a lot of PC gaming. I spent a ton of time on this game, Seventh Guest. If you never played it, they just released a 25th anniversary on GOG.com and also on Steam. It is worth getting. I mean, it was released in 1992 or 3. But it's an awesome, awesome game. If you love, it's not really survival horror, but it's got puzzles. It's based on a horror game. it's just an interesting game for a time. You had to realize when it was made. It was made back in the day when they were doing the first started doing the capture video stuff, but it was really well done. Now the sequel, man, my nose is itching. Sorry, folks. The sequel, 11th Hour, the puzzles were alright, but the gameplay and video sucked. They have a new one coming out. It's supposed to be due out this... yeah, it's sort of like Myst, but it's like Myst, but with the horror aspect, basically. I tried to play Myst. I thought Myst was boring. It was just, ugh. But it came out around the same time as Myst. I bought a computer back then. Bought my first big computer for school. My parents said it was too much money, so I saved up and bought it. And they gave me a free copy of it when I bought it. And I was like, what is this? I put it in. And I played that game for years. I've downloaded it on my phone. I've downloaded it on all my computers. It's just unbelievable. I have a big box copy out in the garage. I don't have room for it to store it. I got CD copies. I've got a strategy guide for it. I've got a novel for it. It's just something that, a game that I always will treasure and always will love. But yeah, you get a chance. You got a PC, get it, try it out. It's a great game. And we are down to the final 9 minutes. When my phone alarm goes off, polls are closed. Right now, we're going to check the spam again. I tell you, being this 2-week liquid diet me and my wife were on before the surgeries. Oh, sorry, 1 week. We're also now, like, she's not allowed to use her Flonase, and there's different vitamins and different stuff we can't take. Since then, my nose hasn't stopped. I itch it all the time. I'm blowing it constantly. She's having problems with her allergies too. So we'll be back. We'll be happy we can get back on our regular medicine, because you guys see me keep doing this in some videos. I almost can't help it right now. It's driving me nuts. But anyway, that being said, glad you asked that question, and I will be covering that. That's something that I keep talking to her. I do want to do a huge video about what my top whatever is, and I plan on doing that soon. I don't know when. People are going to be surprised at what some of my games are. I've got 2 PC games that will probably always be in my top 10. Growing up, I played a lot of the Seventh Guest. I also played a lot of Phantasmagoria. It's not as good as Seventh Guest, I don't think, but it was still a memorable game for me. It's something that I cherish. You know, the Super Nintendo, I've always been, my 2 favorite games for it has always been Super Mario RPG. I love that game. I don't care what anybody says, that game is awesome. And I always got addicted to playing Cool Spot when I played it on the Super Nintendo. A buddy of mine rented it. I spent the night at his house. And always made me want a Super Nintendo, but my parents told me no. Yeah, no votes coming in. We're down to 7 minutes. I don't think it's possible for somebody to vote that many times anymore. Do you, April?
Nope.
What do you guys think? You guys want to call this and call it a stream, or you guys think we should keep going for another 7 minutes? Anybody out there got an opinion? I might call it with 5 minutes to go, because, I mean, I don't know. It's a lopsided vote. I'd say Beast in Hollywood. I'd say you guys got your wish. I know my buddy back in Indiana, Dave, he's going to be excited. Final Fantasy whomped all over that. But like I said, oh, Next year, I'm agreeing 5 votes per round, or 5 votes per game per round. No more. Final four games, the games that made it to the Final Four this year will automatically be number 1 seeds next year. That's a given. I haven't decided whether we're going to do third-party games / and I can't spell. Franchises. I know I misspelled that. What'd you do?
Just updating it again.
Oh. Yeah, I ain't got nothing on my phone. Nothing in the spam. Yeah, folks, I think this contest is over. I think Final Fantasy VII is going to knock or slash Zelda out of the park. I was hoping it would be closer. I was hoping it would be more of a contest. If it would have been, maybe people would have chimed in, joined in. I thought this could have been a little more exciting than what it was. Thanks for asking the questions, Joe. Always, I'm appreciative of everybody watching, everybody that contributes to this channel. You know, you guys look back at my first video, it was just my wife with her phone holding it at me. And I really didn't know what I was doing, so.
Ain't nothing for me to do. So I'm taking care of my party that's going on right now. Taking care of my business and my job.
So yeah, that's basically, I'm saying.
And it's time for another shake.
We'll hold another 4 minutes and we'll go. My phone's getting ready to go off. Got some type of alert. Oh no, that's the clock. Alright. Well, it's fun to watch the tournament unfold. Another for Final Fantasy. Yeah. Alright, we'll give another one.
Who said that?
Cray.
Okay, as long as it wasn't the two that...
Final Fantasy gets one more. Yeah, I had fun with the tournament. I thought it was a great idea. I'm hoping next year we get the subscriber count higher. Maybe we'll get more viewers and more voters next year. Maybe it'll be bigger than it was this year. That's why I kept calling it Season 1, because next year's going to be Season 2. I want to move the camera back. Give me a wider angle. I'm tired of looking over at it and moving. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you had fun watching it, and seeing the tournament unfold. I mean, I will definitely be doing it next year because it was fun. I'll do that for you.
What?
One more vote for Zelda. See, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted interaction during this. But I know. It's over. I know Zelda lost. Because there's no way you can physically punch in that many times to win at this point. Oh. Yeah, I think you guys will enjoy this summer. I plan on doing a lot of flea markets and yard sale pickups after we get back up. Once we get back to work and I make sure my finances are back in order. Because I'm going to be off for about 4 weeks. I'll get back in the yard selling, get back into pickups. Show them this. Oh. We got the GoPro. We got tired of the handle we had for it, so we picked up a lanyard for it, and we're just going to hold it, so it's a lot easier. We'll be using this a lot on the go to film outside, and then I can cut it back into the footage. So you guys are going to start getting a lot of stuff. And that's what I want. I want more interaction. I'm gonna try to get this channel up there. I figured, in December when the channel started taking off, hey, I'm gonna start taking it seriously, because I really wasn't before then. I was just, okay, release a video, see what happens. I was just having fun with it. But I've actually started getting to know more and more people out here by talking with them. Kind of got a little bit of a repertoire going between a couple companies. Might start getting some sponsorship here soon. So, there's things coming up that I'm getting excited for. And that's why I'm happy for the channel to grow the way it is. And my stomach's growling. Alright, folks. We are about there. Polls are closed. So, we're going to declare Zelda the winner. I'm going to actually go on to the main video right now. The final round. And I'm going to close the polls. Alright, I'm happy to announce your winner of the tournament is not Zelda. It's gone. Final Fantasy VII wins. So, I hope you guys all had fun watching this year. Feel free to leave comments throughout the year. Anything you guys can think of, make this better. Like I said, we're going to limit the votes next year. We're going to add the final 4 games, automatic 1 seeds. And I think we're going to do a few tweaks next year. I don't think that we're going to do specific games. I think if we do, I think we're going to do franchises. That way, it's a little more open to interpretation. But, hey, I'll catch you guys again later. We're going to go. Oh, somebody put a comment in. Looking forward to the future content and wish you all the best. P.S. One more for Final Fantasy.
No, I don't need any more.
Alright, guys. Like I said, we're out of here. We'll talk to you guys another day. This will probably be the last video I put out until Friday next week. I hope Friday next week. That's when I'm planning on getting out of the hospital. I'm going to take it easy this weekend, not release any content, and we will see you when we get back, because I'm going to make a video of us in the hospital recovering, and then when I get back, we'll get in front of the camera and we'll say hi and see how you guys are all at, just to give you a surgery update. I'll see you then.